Summit in Malta, and I'm here with the CEO of Engrave, Ruben. Thank you very much for being here.
Great to be here, Irina.
Engrave is a relatively new hardware wallet, competing with giants and incumbents like Trezor and what's the other one? Ledger, for example. Thank you. That just shows what wallets I use, right?
Yeah.
So, tell me, what is the unique value proposition of your hard wallet, and why should we, as consumers, pick your wallet over the existing ones?
Yes, of course, very good question. So basically, we were in the space for a few years ourselves. We were hacked a few times. One of the hacks we had was of a previous blockchain project. It was $10 million back in the day, 44,000 Ethereum. So yeah, if you would think about in today's terms, that's more than $150 million. And so 4 years ago, me, my two co-founders, Edward and Xavier, we were sitting, let's say, together brainstorming about what location we would dare to put all our crypto at one single spot, and we would be able to sleep at night. We could not find an answer to that question. So basically then and there, April 2018, we decided to build it ourselves. And before we knew it, we were partnered with very big world-leading companies in hardware security, in cryptography, all the leading players. We gathered them around our vision of building a wallet where there was no compromise on security, and where also the idea of user experience was, let's say, worked out till the extreme. It needed to be super secure, but super simple at the same time. And we realized that with incumbent hardware wallets, so the first step of your decentralized journey is how do you create a strong private key? If you create the key in the wrong way, you're already lost before you even start. So what we did is we looked at existing key generation processes, and we realized that all of them were missing the right logic and the right way to create keys. So especially if you think about hardware wallets, let's say hot wallets, the key is made online in a way or another, has a trace, it can be found, so you're already set up for failure. If you look at hardware wallets, they typically use what is called a true random number generation chip inside the device. And these chips are very good. They create very strong entropy, so very strong keys, but they have been proven time and time again, you can easily find it on the internet, to have backdoors by third parties like the NSA, CIA, any kind of intelligence agencies. So you should never trust a wallet that relies only on the chip. So that's one. And two, they also just give you a key for you to take or leave, and that's it. So for us, that meant there were a lot of security issues already with just creating your key. So we said, all right, we need to use parts of the chip because it's good entropy, but we should also introduce entropy from outside the device, which in our case is your fingerprint, it's light measurements, and also you take control as a user of the process. So you can actually interact with the key generation. So I would say that's step number one, the most important step of the whole idea of starting with crypto. And we revamped it. We actually invented a new key. It's called the Engrave Perfect Key. It's patented. We developed it together with world-leading players, including references in the Bitcoin paper. And then obviously the next thing for us was, let's say you are interacting with the crypto realm. If you are online with your keys, even for a single second, you're basically already in the story of game over. We can find your keys with simple algorithms. So what we decided there was to go offline and do everything as we could offline from the very beginning till the very end, managing signing transactions. So Zero, that's basically our device. So basically what you see is a 100% air-gapped hardware wallet. So this thing, it has no connections whatsoever. So no Wi-Fi, 4G, NFC, or even USB connection. So everything we do is offline. That's very important because otherwise you cannot be safe.
And this product is already on the market, so people can purchase it?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So we're actually at this point, we're already sold out with our first big batch. We were here at Malta with a limited batch that's only available for the next 2 days. Obviously we couldn't come to Malta empty-handed, so we decided to take a small part of the batch and sell it here. But yeah, it's first come, first serve. If you happen to be late, you can get on the waiting list, and the new batches will start in Q1 2022.
What do you think about that that database hack that happened with Ledger, where all the information of their buyers was leaked online, and I actually downloaded that database from Darknet because I was just really curious. And I sorted it by Dubai, UAE. This is where I live, and I could see, you know, the list of people in the UAE, and half of the names I recognize because these are the people who came to my Bitcoin meetups that I've been organizing from quite a few years back. So what do you think about that, and how do you make sure that if I purchase your private key, that I purchase your wallet, that my name will not be all over the darknet tomorrow with my email address, with my phone number, and with my actual address where the wallet was shipped? So this is like perfect. You know exactly where to go and who to hit on the head, because what I really like, there's all amazing security on your wallet, but have you heard of a $5 wrench
attack?
Hack?
$5 wrench attack. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
So yeah, you're basically touching upon two very relevant points, right? The first one, the data breach. So we already are very much recognized in the industry as experts in the field, which is why Forbes actually covered our opinion on the Ledger hack back in the day. For me, I don't like to talk about competitors. I prefer to talk about customers. But what I think is very important in that story is that we crypto companies, we see incredible growth. The last let's say the last 12 months, we have had 200 million new users. I think what's very important is that most companies in crypto have this. It's a sort of a growth bias. They think about getting more customers, getting more revenues, getting more adoption, and security, let's say the processes, they don't follow. Those are things that get lost in the story of growth. And with Ledger, that's something you saw back there. Like, all right, they focused so much on growth, which they have done well, that they actually forgot about the essence, which is your data as a user should be protected in a very good way. And we saw two things, right? The way that it leaked was through a very simple leak of an API key. And the second thing was that it was all really addresses, phone numbers, every kind of data that GDPR wise shouldn't even be there anymore after years, because I had friends 4 years in crypto, they still had their data fully exposed. So many people were very shocked by that. I also was in the leak. Yeah, for us it was just one of those additional confirmations that what we were doing was important. And what we do to mitigate it is we already keep all the data of our customers offline and protect it with let's say cryptography, the right security tokens and so on. Yeah.
So a lot of my friends were not on the leak because they got their treasures from Amazon.
Yeah.
That's how you make sure you're not on the leak. I mean, but that's for me that was just shocking.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things we can secure ourselves with hardware and software, but we cannot secure ourselves from a $5 wrench attack, which if you live in Eastern Europe somewhere, unfortunately it's very common. A couple of days ago it happened in Hong Kong. It was just absolutely shocking. So congratulations for your award last night. Do you want to show the
Of course. Yeah, so we won the Crypto Wallet of the Year award. So that's an incredible recognition from the jury here and from the voters. Yeah, so I mean, we're very happy with this. It's just another testimony that what we're doing is going in the right way. We're getting enough customers, so we're sold out right now. So it's a sign that, let's say, our product, we have what is called the Zero hardware wallet. It is the only financial product in the world with the EAL7 security certification, which is the highest achievable in the world. So let's say our competitors, they have 5 out of 7 on the secure chip level. We have 7 on the whole operating system. So it's not only offline, it's also incredibly secure. Let's say if you try to attack it, it will basically be responsive and wipe the keys from the device. And as you see, it's also a touchscreen device. So suddenly your crypto is all about typing and swapping. Interactions occur to QR codes, so it's very simple. And in the event that you would lose this device, we also found that keeping everything backed up on a paper wallet is a very archaic way of doing things and very dangerous. So we actually came up with this. It's called graphene. It's a stainless steel solution. It withstands almost any kind of extreme scenario, and it's also encrypted. So if you have your backup and somebody finds today your piece of paper.
Okay, so you just need a hammer, right?
Yeah, so you basically get from here, you have your key, and then you will punch a hole through a unique upper plate that is sort of a deciphering plate for your lower plate, where after you're finished, you only have holes. So you will need both plates to actually see your actual key if you would lose your wallet.
That's very cool.
And then you import this seed phrase again.
Very cool.
Yep.
And what's your background? Why are you spending
My life.
your life on this?
I've always been incredibly driven by, let's say, fighting against injustice. So one of my previous companies was about automated wealth management for the masses. So instead of having access to a wealth manager and a good portfolio management only as a wealthy person that has $500,000 to put up front, we were able to give any kind of person, Joe next door, even for $50, access to that same wealth management, but through automated algorithms. And after that, I fell into the crypto rabbit hole. And one of the first things I realized was that it was so unsafe. There's so many scams. Even if you look at the left or on the right, something is happening. If you open up your crypto exchange account, the first thing you do, like anybody we talk to, they say, I go and check if it's still there. That's not how the world should work. So we decided to do something against that. Also to come up with a solution that actually really makes sense and not just half parts of solutions. So ours is a complete end-to-end solution. You have a wallet, you have a backup, you have an app, and all of that together makes managing your crypto super simple, super easy, and super secure.
Well, less than 5% of the population is in crypto. So
Yeah.
hopefully with the time the adoption comes, more understanding comes how to keep your keys private and secure. And thank you very much for all the hard work you're doing. I really enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Very nice meeting you.